Good morning, good morning. Good morning, everybody. It is February the 6th, a day of celebration and a day of recognizing each of us are a gift from the divine mind to the world. And this is Red Deer Center for Spiritual Living, and our theme is inner life. Now, I would like to make an announcement. You'll find inside of your bulletin a pink sheet, and we would love you to become a member. Please, if you wish to become a member, fill it out. It's free. Yay! And then just put it in the donation box. And if you're online, and welcome everyone online, you can just give us a note with your name and your phone number, your contact information, and we will make sure that you are on our membership list. Now, we have the Children's Spirit Circle, and since we're all children in adult bodies, letting go is the word. We are always moving through change in our lives. Just as we grow out of our clothes, we have to pass them on and replace them with new ones that fit. When we surrender to change and we make room for new coming into our life. And isn't it fun when we get new coming into our life? So the affirmation is, I surrender to change and make room to grow. So please repeat with me. I surrender to change and make room to grow. Now, we just received our new February Spiritual Living, the Science of Mind book, and it is wonderful. It has daily affirmations, daily notices, and the one for February the 6th is Love Enhances. And I get the feeling that this might just kind of fit in with what Reverend Joanne might be talking about, but I'm not sure. You'll have to wait and see. Now, if you will repeat with me, and it's on your blue sheet with the hearts in your bulletin, the opening affirmation, trusting I awake to a new and fuller idea of love. Love lives as me, walks as me, and talks as me. Simply, I am in love with my world and consciously embrace love as a way of being. I've loved life and life loves me, and so it is. And I would like to thank Ernie for doing the bowls today. I always enjoy that. That's lots of fun. And it really gives a good tone for the morning. Welcome everyone who's here, and I see a few new faces, and that's just wonderful to see. Now, we are going to hear from Reverend Joanne Boruck. And Reverend Joanne Boruck is going to speak about, can I see God in me? Well, Reverend Joanne, come and tell me how I can see God in me.
Okay, thank you, Reverend Tress. Oh, wow, look at all that beauty looking back at me. You guys too. Good morning, all you beautiful beings of love and light. Or as our title says, good morning, all you beautiful expressions of God. I'm Reverend Joanne Faith Boruck, and I'm both delighted and honored to be at Center for Spiritual Living today, February 6, 2022. And I just invite you this morning to give yourself the gift of truth and of love. As I begin with an opening affirmative prayer, or what we call spiritual mind treatment. And first, let's just acknowledge that love flows from our hearts. So if we bring our attention, and I invite you to just join me as we bring our attention just to our breath, and just breathe in and out. And on the next breath, just breathe into your heart center. And as you release that breath, you are bringing your awareness to your heart. And in the next instance, you know that truth flows from a higher consciousness. So with this breath, let us just breathe in and up into our consciousness, into our mind, and know that we are connecting our heart to our head. We are living in the consciousness of truth and love. And you can continue breathing at your own right and perfect pace. And I just love us all taking a deep breath collectively, because I can truly feel that we're all together in that breath. So bring your mind and body into this room, into this awakening, as I speak these words. This I declare and know. There is a power and a presence, and I feel it. I know it. I name it. This morning, I name it God. There is a power and a presence, and the instant I name it and claim it, this power flows through me as gently and purely as a mountain stream. I look down into that stream and I am in awe of the clarity and the reflection, and I see who I am and where I am. I am a divine spark. I am a clear channel. I am a reflection of spirit, and I am alive. I am moved and humbled by this knowing that I am not alone, that I am part of a greater whole. With great gratitude for this truth, for this love, for the spirit within and without, I release this into the all-knowing law of mind, where it is acted upon according to my word. It is done, as in harmony we state, and so it is. So our title for this Sunday is, Can I See God in Me? That's quite a question, isn't it? It really kind of poked me. Can I see God in me? And I can see God in me. You know, when I'm all zen and peaceful, loving the world, oh yeah, God's just flowing. But what about when I'm not feeling like that? Well, I got some good news, because it's still there. You just have to dig a little harder. And so when you're feeling not so zen, start digging and you think, hey, I know you're in there somewhere, Spirit, let's get it out. And pretty soon you're like, oh, there you are. I knew you were there somewhere, you beautiful divine being. It was you all along. And I know that's true because our philosophy teaches non-duality. There is only peace and the absence of it. There is only love and the absence of it. And of course, we're all one with it all, including God, or whatever you want to call your higher power. Buddha, Great Spirit, Creator. Because if it were not so, we wouldn't be alive. I want to start with a poem from Idella Chadwick. Dr. Holmes' niece wrote this. It's called I Am a Place. And I have said this poem in a few of my talks because it just really fits. And I want you to know that if you want a copy of this poem, just send me an email at jboruck@telus.net. And it says, I am a place where God shines through. For he and I are one, not two. He needs me where and as I am. I needn't worry, fret, or plan. If I will be relaxed and free, God will work his plan through me. Let this be my song and let it ring true. I am a place where God shines through. There's no more encouraging words for me than that. I am a place where God shines through. And all I have to do is be relaxed and free. Oh, I can do that. This morning, I just want to break off topic for a minute and honor a friend and a great, great man, Barry Roberts, who made his transition. He was a gentle man and a gentleman. And I send love and blessings to his wife Louise and his daughter Chelsea and all those who have been touched by Barry's life. Safe travels, Barry. Fly free. Okay. So sometimes we think we can't see God. I see people are looking around going, I didn't know that. Yeah. And you know, he chose to just not have a celebration, and maybe we'll have one later, but right now he just wanted to make his transition. So sometimes we think we can't see God. And you know why? Because we're wearing this body. We're all dressed up. We got this body, and then on top of the body, we got this personality. But we're so much more than that. We are divine beings. And this is a quote out of one of our ideas for the talk. It says, we are divine beings who have come here to work on consciousness, to remember who we truly are, and to remember our essential being. And for this, we're dressed in a suit of flesh that is the vehicle we need to function on this plane of existence and fulfill our purpose of transformation. Now, I don't know who wrote that, but fulfill our purpose of transformation. You know, when I'm starting my talk, I write little notes all over the place, and one of them I wrote was, we need to realign with our life's purpose. When I was thinking, can I see God in me? And affirming that there's only one truth and one love. And when I read that he said, we need to remember who we are. We need to realign. It doesn't mean we've lost our purpose. It just means we're out of alignment. Go in and get a real alignment. You know, when I come from a family who sings everything. We were in Girl Guides, and so everything that comes up, it's a little ditty, you know. I'm a little acorn brown. And all those songs that some of you might know. So I think someday I'm going to do a whole talk with just songs. Because when I was thinking of this, when he said you have to remind yourself of your divinity, a song came to me. So I'm going to sing just one verse of that song. It says, I'm here to remind you of your magnificence, to help you awake to all the wonder that you are. I long to show you all the joy you're worthy of. I'm here to remind you how much you're truly loved. We're all invited to remember that not only are you one with Spirit, but the Spirit is all that you are. I am that. And that reminded me of another song that goes, you are the heart, you are the hands, you are the voice of Spirit on earth, and who you are and all you do is a blessing to the world. And now back to some words again. So everything in creation originated from one divine source. And many terms I've found are used for that concept of divinity. The scientists call it pure energy. Philosophers call it infinite intelligence. Theologists study different practices and they call it God, Yeshua, Tao, and they all have the same meaning. They denote a unique principle, and that principle is we are love. And this embodied spirit in us is our true essence. It's the essence of every human being, the pure essence. That's our divine spark. And it can never be lost or damaged or diminished or destroyed on any journey. I like the thought of that. I like to think that we're an essence. Because I'm so much more than this body. I'm all the loving energy that flows around it. Well, and then you might ask, well, how will I know if I can see God within? How will I know? Well, I do believe that there's not one of us on this earth that hasn't been blessed in some way. Every sunrise, every sunset, every child, every love, every piece of grace. If we don't recognize our blessings, then we're missing the whole point, and we can't be grateful and humble. Me, I see God each time I see a sunrise, because it reminds me that I can rise again, I can rise again, and I can rise again. And I see God in me every time I go to bed at night, and I say, thank you for this day. And I embrace it like a beautiful sunset. You know, when I started this journey to ministry, I knew I was called to spread the word. And the word was love and peace. Ralph Waldo Emerson says, never lose an opportunity of seeing anything beautiful, for beauty is God's handwriting. You know, my younger life, when I couldn't see God in me, but he could see me, I always talk and think like my life was like a box of crayons. And when I opened it, some of them were worn right down, some of them were broken off, some of them were missing. But that was my box of crayons. And I always thought, oh well, there's plenty more in there. And I think that was my gift, was that I was able to see what was there, not what was missing. The saying, there but for the grace of God go I, came up a lot in those days when I had some addiction problems, and it's a mantra I've carried in my heart for a long time. And this Sunday, this is perhaps my greatest opportunity to say, I'm truly here to express that. Each time I saw God in me, I rose again and again. And so there has to be a purpose to my life. So today I'm realigning myself with my purpose. And I've spoken these words many times in many talks where I've said, I feel that God saved me for a higher purpose. And maybe all of you have experienced a near-death experience. And if you can just recall that, what a blessing that you were here for a divine purpose. I'm declaring that I can see God in me and in you. Can you see God in me? Because if you can see it in you. I even went so far as to say, I can see God in me. And then I changed my inflection and I said, I can see God in me. And then I even went farther and said, I can see God in me. And even farther, I can see God in me. And I finished with, I can see God in me. Wow. What a great day that was. And my intention is not to give you solutions. You have the solutions. I just want to remind you how beautiful it is to walk a spiritual path. Because as we walk a spiritual path, your self-esteem begins to blossom. People have often commented on my self-esteem. Do you know that doesn't come from outside? That comes from inside. And I don't even take any credit for it. I think it's because I walk this spiritual path. And the other thing about walking your own spiritual path and blossoming is you start to treat others differently. When you're confident with who you are and you see God in you and in them, oh, there's a lovingness that surrounds you, and the world needs more love. Let's transform the world by seeing God in everything. There's a Chinese proverb out there that's really powerful. I've never seen it before. It says, when the eye is not blocked, the result is vision. Tress knows this. She's going, When the mind is not blocked, the result is wisdom. When the spirit is not blocked, the result is love. So that path of love, as we approach commercial Valentine's Day, this is perhaps the time to walk that path of love, self-love. It always was and always will be a diamond. Love is truth, and it is your divine energy. And it can't be diminished, it can't be lost, it can't be reduced, it can't be taken away. It's always there. It's a diamond. And when we love ourselves for who we truly are, we automatically elevate our own spiritual consciousness, and we align with our purpose over and over and over. And just as a reminder, when you love yourself, that means you listen to yourself. Because your body's always talking to you, and if you love yourself, you listen to your body. And your heart's talking to you. If you love yourself, you listen to your heart. I listen to my friends. You probably listen to your friends. Start listening to yourself. Sri Sri Ravi Shankar tells us that love is seeing God in the person next to us. And meditation is seeing God within us. Wow. Maybe the answer is meditation. And so, it's not just new thought. It's all faiths. It's all religions. In the Bible, in Genesis chapter 33, verse 10, it says, "For I have seen your face, which is like seeing the face of God." And Ernest Holmes tells us in What We Believe, he says, "We believe that spirit is embodied in everyone, and that we are all embodiments of the one spirit." And he goes on to remind us, we see the world through ourselves. We don't see things as they are. We see things as we are. And all that we are is a result of what we have thought. So we know how to see God and what to see, and to see it in another is to bring it to yourself. But I just wonder, what's the best time of day to see God? Is it, when you're having a meal? Because my day is busy, so I decided I'm going to do it first thing in the morning. But sometimes I'm really busy. I got to blow dry my hair and all that stuff, have a shower. So I'm going to set my alarm 5 minutes early. I decided I'm going to lay in bed and I'm going to visualize God in my body before I get out of bed, and I think, okay, I'm going to just bounce right out of bed like I'm sleeping in a toaster. Doesn't always happen like that, but I can do affirmative prayer. And Marion Bellich tells me this, that she lays in bed, she does an affirmation every morning before she gets out of bed. And so I started doing it, and I came up with just this short one that says, God is all. I am one with God. Today is productive, satisfying, for the good of all concerned. God fills me with everything I need to know in divine right ways. I am grateful for it. I accept it. I acknowledge it. I release it, and so it is. And it doesn't have to be long. It just has to be heartfelt with intention. I know a minister here who says every morning, "Thank you, God, for making me loving, healthy, wealthy, and wise." So that's a lot of God words for today. I think I've said God more today than in a year or two. But you can interchange God with other words like good. Some people, you like to use the word good or love. So let's try that in the affirmation. Good is all there is. I am one with good. God, good fills me with everything I need to know. I am grateful for it. I accept it. I acknowledge it. I release it, and so it is. Or love is all there is. I am one with love. Love fills me with everything I need to know. The possibilities are endless. So I had a really good affirmation that we were going to say today. And what was it? Could somebody tell me that? Okay, God, let's hear it. Okay, I know what it was. I can see God in me and in you and in every living thing on life's journey. So I'll say it in small stages. I can see God in me. I can see God in you. And in every living thing on my journey. And in every... Woohoo! Thank you for reminding me. And so, in closing, I'd like to sing this song. And I sing it from my heart with love. And I sing it from my friend Barry. Because I see divinity in you, Barry. I see divinity in you. I see the Christ shining through in all of your passion for life and for love, in all of the glory that you are made of, now and forever on earth and above. I see divinity in you. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are my family. You are the face of God. And I see divinity in you. Thank you so much for joining us today. I know you can see God in you and in everyone and everything you meet on life's journey. Oh, here it is. Let's say it together as our final affirmation. I see God in me and in everyone and everything I meet. I see God in me and in everyone and everything I meet. This is my intention and my truth. I am Reverend Joanne, faith, peace, and love Boruck, and I leave you with so much love and so much peace because I have plenty to share and plenty to spare. Love lives here. Have a beautiful week until we meet again. And now I'd like to introduce you to my mentor, Reverend Judy.
What a beautiful message, Reverend Joanne. You always
Thank you.
touch my heart.
That's high praise.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Hard to get back to routine, but we'll do it. It's time for the prosperity portion of our program, so let's read our prosperity affirmation together. I am learning to give joyously, unconditionally of myself, my time, my love, and my wealth. As I do, I prosper in every way. My life is enriched in everything that matters. My relationships prosper. My financial affairs prosper. My health and creativity prosper. All is well, and so it is. And if you choose to share in the prosperity of our Center for Spiritual Living, you can make a donation in the envelope in your program and just drop it in the basket here. If you're watching us from home or somewhere else, you can mail a check or phone on a Monday or Tuesday morning and talk to Reverend Tress, and she'll tell you how to get a payment to us. Won't you? She will. All right. So with that, let's go to our closing affirmation. I move forward with loving thoughts and loving acts, blessing every step of the journey. My dominant emotions are those of joy and gratitude, and they guide me in the ways of righteousness. Love is the nature of my journey. Love is the way. I embrace it all, and so it is. And now just a closing spiritual mind treatment, or you might call it affirmative prayer. Right here and right now, I declare the nature of the journey that we are upon. The nature of the journey is to find the God in us and to reveal it, to see the God in us and honor it, to see the God in others and honor it, and then to know that to see God in one is to see God not only in all, but as all. So today, I see God. I embrace the knowledge and the beauty and the love and the joy, and so it is.